Who's the last person? You have to name names, but just give a generic name. Who's the last?
What's the point of that?
Old schoolmate, or is it someone you've met more recently? Showbiz
someone
pal?
more recently.
Right.
And, it's fine at the beginning. It's like, oh yeah, that's good.
So what were you talking about that you got bored about?
I can't remember because I got bored with it. And I'm normally... You see, the thing is, these days, people haven't got your proper attention, have they? Because it's a mobile, so you can carry on doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I was ripping old raw plugs out of the wall.
Jesus.
And he was talking, and I kind of thought, I hope he doesn't say, what do you think of that in a minute, because I wasn't listening.
Right.
So what's the point of having the conversation?
I don't know.
But hold on, I call you up. It's presumably the first phone call you get. It's the first phone call I make. I call you up, and I go, what's going on, boy? Right?
Yeah, but most of the time I don't tell you, because you'll go, right, what you doing DIY? Pay someone to do it. And we have to have all that every day, the same chat. If I'm not doing DIY, I wouldn't be doing anything. And then I get grumpy. Suzanne comes home, she goes, what have you done today? And I go, nothing. And I get fed up then, because I don't feel like I'm worth anything.
I work harder for your career than you do. I'm always doing stuff to try and get you to do stuff. I'm always trying to get you shows and things, and I'm always trying to get you to get out there and do something towards it.
I don't want to do it. I've done it now.
Yeah.
I've done it.
Yeah.
We did the programme, it goes out on the telly. Job done. If people want to watch it, they watch it. There's no point me cropping up on Loose Women, asking people to tune into my programme. They either want to watch it or they don't. If they're watching Loose Women, I don't want them watching my programme. There's a lot of crap on the telly, and that's why, in a way, people go, oh, it's amazing, isn't it, that you're on the telly? No, not really, because there's loads of garbage on there. Anyone can get on it.
Yeah, well, that's
It's
true,
not special anymore. It used to be special in the 80s when there was like 3 channels, 4 channels. Now it's a doddle.
But that's why you should make special TV. That I like the fact that in anything you do, 90% in any framework, in any genre you work in, is crap. That's why it's nice to be in that 10%. That's why it's nice to do something that's special. You know, the great thing about Idiot Abroad is people haven't seen anything like it before. I'm so proud of it. It's great. So the fact that you're in a genre when that something is 90% crap, that makes you look better. You should relish that.
No, because I don't think people who are watching Loose Women like it. They want some sort of flump telly, don't they? That's that they don't have to. They don't have to think about.
Yeah. Do you mean the programme The Flumps?
He didn't say flump. He said flump.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now are you spelling flump? It's FLUMF.
PH.
PH flump. PH flump.
PF.
PF. Oh,
PF?
Flump. Okay.
Flump telly.
Yeah, flump.
Flump telly. So take it this way. So,
and what would be an example of flump telly?
What's flump telly?
No, I don't want to go slagging stuff off, but I'm just saying I watch less and less telly now.
Flump telly? Who would be a typical person?
Who's typical? Is it all for those awful docu-soaps where people live their life like an open wound, saying, "Look, me fanny fell off." And
I haven't seen that, but yeah, all that sort of stuff. I do honestly. The amount of telly I watch now compared to a few years ago, it's non-existent. Suzanne comes home at night. I might watch a Grand Designs to get some tips off it. Other than that,
so that's work. You count that as work, don't you?
Research.
At least you learn something.
Does Suzanne like Grand Designs?
She likes to see the end result, to see what it looks like, but she gets bored at the beginning when it's just a load of bricks.
Right.
She's got enough of that at home.
So. And then we'll just sit and have a game of crib. Or
You'd have been happy in the Blitz, wouldn't you? You'd have been happy down in one of those subway stations.
Oh, Suzanne, what? Chimney's gone. Oh no, what was that? Doodlebug. I better go up there. Oh, leave it. Well, it's fine. Oh, that's bloody heavy-handed. Them Germans. They're bloody heavy-handed.
Well, let's go back a bit here. So you've gone down B&Q. You got your supplies. You've done a bit of tiling. Good job. Please, you're halfway through. Spot a lunch around 3ish.
Yeah.
What do you do? Do you pop out for lunch in a cab?
Depends. Sometimes Suzanne, as I pat her on the head, she sometimes says, "There's some ham in the fridge." I'll go, right.
I love it. Like there's a little choreograph. If I better pat her on the head. I don't know what's going to eat today. Oh, Carl thinks like Pavlovian conditioning.
Yeah.
Last time I patted her on the head, she told me about some food in the fridge. Bye, love. Take the rubbish out. I'm in the fridge. Cheers. Brilliant. Yeah. Okay.
So I'll eat that.
Now, just so the radio's on the whole time. Is there? Because I want to picture this. You're not working in silence. Radio's on the whole time. That little squeaky radio that's sort of halfway in the doorway of the bedroom and the lounge or whatever. You've got the radio. And what station you listen to? You listen to music? You listen to
Sometimes
speech?
I listen to sort of speech stuff.
Right.
Sometimes I listen to music.
What would be speech? Like a kind of one of those phone-in programs? Or
Phone-ins do me head in a bit.
Right.
I like, reports on stuff.
Right.
Just little
Radio
things.
5 maybe?
Yeah, 5 Live. That's
Yeah.
alright.
So you like to be informed as you go?
Yeah, just so it gives me something to talk about. Because if you're not with anyone all day, your brain's not doing anything, is it? Whereas me listening to them, it's like having someone in the room telling you stuff without you having to chat back. I prefer that. I'm a bigger listener than I'm a talker.
Yeah.
Whereas these days, a lot of people are talking, but they're not listening.
Perfect.
So,
Although you're not listening to actual humans like your friends when they call you up.
because they're just mithering.
And do you make sure that you get everything done and dusted before Suzanne comes home, so she comes home to a spotless place?
Yeah.
And so she comes in, do you instantly show her the work you've done, or do you just let her notice it for herself?
Sometimes I just leave it and see how long it takes for her to go, oh, you've done that.
Okay.
And if she doesn't notice it, are you annoyed or are you excited to tell her?
Sometimes I forget.
He does it again the next day.
That timing's a bit shoddy. I should do that. Wow, sometimes you forget. And so it's not the equivalent of when a lady comes home and says, oh, you haven't noticed me new hairdo. Is it sort of the equivalent for you? If she hasn't noticed, you don't get frustrated.
Now, you do notice her new hairdos, don't you? Because you say you don't like them. So what does she say about your tiling?
No, most of the stuff I do, she goes, that's good. But sometimes she'll go, why don't we just get someone in to do it?
What, before or after?
Well, it depends what it is. If it's something that's big and has been bothering her, but it's not bothering me, I'm saying I'll sort it out.
Well, what's an example of something that's big that bothers her and not you?
I had some wires hanging out the wall that I needed to patch up the plaster.
Now, these wires, were they exposed wires, for example, that you could have touched them and got an electric shock? Or
Yeah.
well, that is a big thing, isn't it? That is.
Yeah, but we haven't got kids running about the house. Who's coming in messing with wires on the walls? Just don't touch it. I know they're there. You know they're there.
Right.
We don't need to put up a sign. We don't need to cone it off. We know they're hanging out. I'll sort it.
Right.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
She's going to get someone in. Well, no, I won't get someone in. Because, you see, the thing is, she got someone in once when the oven blew up. Right? I said, leave it, I'll sort it, I'll look at it. No, you don't know what you're doing. Get someone in. No, let me have a look. No, get someone in. She calls someone up. They come round. The old £80 call-out charge business, straight away. They pull it out. They go, it was the fuse and the plug. Now, I could have sorted that out, but she didn't give me a chance. So now it's good now, because I've got that on the old back burner. So every time she says, let's call someone out, I'll go, oven. There's a little reminder. So I'm glad in the way that she did. But so now she just leaves it. She doesn't interfere.
Now,
Carl, I've got terrible pains. Oven.
have you sorted that problem?
Not yet.
No, so the wire's still hanging out of the wall.
Yeah. But I know what to do. It's just that I want to do the other jobs first.
Yeah, but she's concerned about that one, and it's also very dangerous.
It's not that dangerous.
Steve. Oven.
I mean, you said if I speak to anyone in the day, I normally speak to my mum and dad at some point every day.
Really?
Do you? Every
From a
day you
call.
speak to your mum and dad?
Yeah.
Could you take us through a typical conversation with your dad? He calls up.
What does he say? What does he say?
He said, I've just been out, got your mum some medicine.
Well, every time he calls, he's
No,
been
I'm
out
just
and
telling
got
you the last call
Oh,
out.
I see. Sorry. Right.
What's the weather like?
What's up with your mum?
Oh, she's got a cough. It's old, isn't it? Winter, cold.
Yeah. Expectorant? Did you get? Was it a tickly cough or a chesty cough?
I think it's chesty.
Getting
Because they've got like a coal fire. And it's when I go there, I'm always coughing and that. It's like smoking 20 a day, having one of them in the house. So she's always coughing. So yeah, been
And
out.
she smokes 20 a day.
Been out. Got some Benylin.
Does she smoke, your mum?
No, she used to.
Yeah.
Jacked it in when I was born.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good.
It had already done the damage.
Yeah, she smoked more through the pregnancy.
Yeah.
She looked at it and went, "Oh, I'm not smoking again."
Yeah, or drinking.
Look at that fucking head.
So yeah, he said, "Oh, the weather's bad. Is it bad there?" I went, "Yeah." He said, "I've just been out, got some medicine. What are you doing?" I said, "I'm ripping tiles off the wall." He said, "Oh, that's good." He said, "Your mum wants me to do the tiling in the kitchen."
Yeah.
I said, "Why don't you do it?" He said, "Oh, it's too much of a big job."
Yeah.
I said, "Just do a wall at a time." He said, "Yeah, I might do."
Right.
He said,
I'd say I'm getting fucking bored.
He said he might just sort of plaster over the tiles. and sort of, you know, paint over that. I said, well, it's not that good though, is it? Because if you drill into it
Jesus
and you
Christ.
smash a tile in,
Yeah.
the plaster that's on the tiles can crack and go right across. So it's easy just to take them off. So it doesn't take that long to take them off. Just do
When
the
you're off to
job
America,
properly.
Steve, you're going soon.
I'm actually going the
um,
weekend, Rick.
So anyway, he just said, I might do that. But he's got nothing else to do.
I'm
So that's
doing,
why I was saying,
What
doing
you
Let 'em
got?
again in.
Oh, that's good.
just...
Sorry, go on.
And then my mum might get on, and
Okay,
Okay,
what's she got to say?
Look forward to this.
she just tells me a bit of it. She, like, what was it the other day? She said, "Oh, have you seen them tablets? That are food."
She's just so like you. She's just like you. Oh God, was she a fucking astronaut? Have you seen them tablets? What are food? Oh,
Go on, what are the
God.
tablets that are like food?
No, that's what it is. It's like the spaceman food. They've come out, and we're just chatting about them. She's saying, "Oh,
What do you mean they've come out? Really?
yeah, because we live in a busy world and everything, where people haven't got time to have a proper lunch."
Are you
and
sure
eat.
this isn't like one of those innovation things that when you can buy oxygen in a canister?
Well, didn't you buy one of those once, Rick?
Yeah.
What would you need oxygen
Well,
in a
because I was
canister
having a
for?
race with my mate, and I thought, I'd just have a bit of that on the way round. Right, it didn't work.
How far were you running?
I don't know, it was a race over a mile. And I thought,
So you were laden down with an
unfair
oxygen.
advantage here. While he was out training, I was just buying something from the innovations catalogue. Yeah.
So you were running and you had a little... You
No,
pulled it
no.
out and you went, what curses?
I took it beforehand. I thought, well, of course, well, one, it didn't work, and
But
two,
what's it supposed to do? To just
well,
kind
I
of...
thought it would oxygenate my blood more, so I could. I mean, it was flawed. It was a flawed argument. It was a flawed
How
argument.
much did you pay for
I'll
it?
be honest. I don't know, £5 or something.
So what, you had a life in which you had enough time, knowing that there was a race coming up, to order something from the innovations catalogue.
Yeah.
What was this race? Why was
We had a little challenge.
was this a common thing? You had often had
I
challenges?
think I was on the dole at the time. I think I was about 25. And
I mean, if you're on the dole and you've barely got any cash, you're buying air. Oh jeez.
yeah. I look back now. It was a folly.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
That's what how he occupies his free days, Carl.
Come on, 20 odd years ago. I don't. Now I actually work out. Now, I'd like to race him now. Woo. Woo.
How is Usain Bolt?
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's gone a long way. So your mum calls up. What does she say? She said there's a new pill out that's a meal. Yeah.
We chat about that for a bit, and then she always says, "Watch the road" at the end of the call.
Really?
Yeah, she's always said that. Watch the road.
She doesn't mean the film The Road with Viggo Mortensen.
No, she's just paranoid that I'm going to get run over.
Right.
So every time, I've never been run over.
No. Well, that's because she always tells you to watch the road.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the case.
And do you watch the road?
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think I do.
you
She means just stare out the window and watch the road.
Yeah.
She's fascinated by it.
Exactly. Watch the road. There's cars going
There's
past.
moving things. There's big bits of metal with wheels.
So, you did walk into a field of nettles once, though. Let's not forget that.
So you have a call like this, scintillating phone conversation like this every day with your parents.
Yeah.
And does she always try to find a piece of new information she thinks might interest you?
That's
each day?
sweet, though. That's
Yeah,
sweet that he talks
absolutely.
to his parents every day.